NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Jay, 44 wins for the Bucks a year ago. 7th best record in the East. In your mind, foundation, is it in place in Milwaukee?
The foundation is on its way, but it always seems like it comes down to injuries and lack of chemistry for the Bucks.
Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Memphis. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Holiday controls the basketball. He'll run the offense. Rebound taken by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
In a flash, scores at the rim.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Bucks basketball. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Holiday in possession. His guys currently down by 13. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Chandler Parsons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter. Missed the foul shot. To the rim. Pau Gasol, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
That's usually one that he'll knock down. Holiday controls the basketball, trailing by 11. Rocking the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Lets it fly from long range. That won't go. From the painted area, won't go down. Hill into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Turns and slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Holiday in possession. Right now, down 7. Knocked loose. Pau Gasol swats it. That's going to be out of bounds. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Pau Gasol, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter in the books. The Bucks with the lead. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
Okay, that time it was effective, but a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
That one's going to be out of bounds. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Grizzlies foul to number 20.
One free throw, count it. It's a three-point play, and the lead up to 8. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Bradley, great look and vision. And he can't convert the free throw. Conley to Bradley. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Bledsoe slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Avery Bradley, he's finally on the board, makes his first shot.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Rebound Jackson. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down 8. Mikal Bridges to Kyle Anderson. No good. Adetokunbo fires the 3, and it's Anderson with the rebound. Conley into the front court. Margins 8 to Mikal Bridges from long range. Not that time. Brook Lopez with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Adetokunbo. Oh, the slam popped out. It's no good. Great defense. Bledsoe. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Brook Lopez sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Conley. Beyond the arc for 3. And Mike Conley, at his size, gets it away quickly and knocks it down from beyond the arc.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Knocked loose. They've got it now. Bucks at the controls. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 6 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Anderson to Bradley. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
And the nice finish at the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Avery Bradley. He's 2 for 2 now.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe. For 3. And it's Conley with the rebound. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Bledsoe with it up top. Up by 6. And finishes strong.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Big finish at the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. 1 bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Conley into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Milwaukee with the basketball. Lobs it up. Oh, good defense by Memphis as they come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
And he adds the free throw. Conley to Bradley. Deep right corner. Fires the three. Can't connect. It's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Giannis in control of the basketball. It's an 11-point game. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. He gets it.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Count the basket at the rim.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Has a chance, cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code. That'll do it for the period. The Bucks in command of this one.
Substitutions, Memphis. Substitutions, Milwaukee.
Conley. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Got it.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Memphis with the rock. Conley matched up with Pau Gasol. Shot from the lane won't go. Pass to the rim. Brogdon to Middleton.
Got it. Good trap, good trap. Get the ball, get the ball.
Goes to the right side. Middleton had made his first couple, but he misses there. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Trailing by 15. That's out. Last touch by Mike Conley.
Get into it, get into it, get into it. Hey, check up, let's go. Shot the ball, shot the ball.
Mirotic off the mark. Pau Gasol. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game. Grizzlies own the basketball to Kyle Anderson. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Screen coming. Throws it up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Conley into the front court. His guys down big. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Down the lane to lay it in.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Whoa, Chris Middleton. He's now 5 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Grizzlies ball.
That's me. I got ball.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Screen coming. Conley to Jaren Jackson. Working hard on the glass. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Gasol. Kyle Anderson snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Here's a chance from long range and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
You know what I love about this kid, Ed? His eyes never once wandered to where the defender was. They stayed fixated right on his target, the basket. That's why he's a prolific shooter.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Jackson comes down with the rebound. Nothing going here on that drive. To Kyle Anderson. Great feed, sets it up. Count it.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
The Bucks at the controls. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down a bundle. Anderson rocking the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your team.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Kyle Anderson. Conley matched up with Pau Gasol. To right.
Take that.
Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Look up.
And the rebound comes to Conley. Grizzlies at the controls right now. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And throws it down.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Let's go. Let's play deep.
Nikola Mirotic sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Conley buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here we go. Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Yes.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
To Conley. 4-3. Yeah, Mike Conley. No one in his zip code takes advantage for 3.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s? Even on fast breaks, guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Conley, that's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bucks basketball to Middleton. Gasol. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound belongs to Memphis. Conley into the front court. His guys can get a 2-for-1 if they time this out. Jared Jackson with the dunk.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
He throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range. Three-quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Easy path to the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Wide open look, won't go. To Antetokounmpo. Has a look. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Memphis, they've got it. And a throwdown.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
From the painted area, won't go down. To Antetokounmpo. Fires the three. Not getting the bounce. From long range. Not that time. He misses. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Jaren Jackson. Bradley. Beyond the arc for three. He'll take that any day.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Gets it in the left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Lopez. Brogdon. For three. Rebound Jackson. Memphis with the rock. Conley. Stuffs it down with authority.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes. Very simple.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, number 22,
To Brogdon.
for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And strokes it.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
To Jaren Jackson. Has a chance. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To right. Bradley. Giannis Antetokounmpo able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Jackson comes down with the rebound. Great dish to set it up. And score. Strong take.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Brook Lopez. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Deep two there, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Slam dunk. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Short jumper off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Fires the three. He drills the three.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. And he hits.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Trying to cash in, add 2 points to the board.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Avery Bradley, couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. 2 for 2 on that trip. Here's a chance from long range. That no good, off the mark. Bradley to right. Going to launch beyond the arc, off the iron, no good. Gets to the basket and scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
That misses with a second to go. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.